Hello dear friends, I welcome you all on Padhai Se Dosto YouTube channel. Today is our second session of Indian drainage system or the Indian river system. So in previous lesson we have already discussed about the Himalayan river system. Okay, which are the perennial rivers in which we have mainly discussed the Indus river system, Ganga river system and its major tributary that is the Brahmaputra river system. So in this way we have completed the North Indian or the Himalayan river system over here. In today's video session we are going to discuss about the Peninsular river system, okay, which lies on the peninsula of India, the rivers which lies on the peninsula of India. So the peninsular river system can be further divided into east flowing and the west flowing river. Okay, so I have already told you here we can able to classify Indian river system into two major categories. One is the Himalayan river system, another one is the peninsular river system. Again, the peninsular river system can be classified into these four categories, but the major categories are these two, the east flowing and the west flowing. Okay, the west flowing rivers they drain into Arabian Sea as mentioned over here. You can able to see. Okay, the west flowing river drains into Arabian Sea and the east flowing rivers they drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay, the Western Ghat form a major water divide in peninsula. So what do you mean by water divide? क्या होता है ये water divide? I have already discussed this particular concept with you guys. Okay, the water divide is nothing but the ridge which divides the two streams of water. Okay, suppose कोई एक ऐसा पहाड़ है. ओके, तो इस पहाड़ से अलग अलग नदियां बह रही है. ओके, द डिफरेंट रिवर्स आर फ्लोइंग बिकॉज ऑफ दिस माउंटेन इन डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन. Okay, the entire mountain range act as a barrier between the valley of these two rivers. Okay, and that the edge of this mountain range is known as water divide. Okay, so this mountain range ridge or the topmost edge is known as the water divide. So Western Ghat or the Sahyadri, it acts as a water divide. Okay, in case of peninsular rivers, the peninsular river being rain-fed rivers seldom face of problem of floods. Okay, they are seasonal in nature. As there is a heavy rainfall during monsoon region, these rivers get tremendously flooded during the monsoon season, and after monsoon season in summer the water quantity in this river basin get depleted. That's why these rivers are seasonal in nature. Remember this major difference. We have seen that Himalayan river system they are perennial uh, in nature, but these peninsular rivers they are seasonal in nature. Okay, so remember this thing. These west flowing rivers occupying the area between the Western Ghat and Arabian coastline, they are short in length but very swift. These conditions of short and swift river system exist in the state of Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra and southern Gujarat. So here you can able to observe this map. Here the Gujarat, then Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. Okay, here you will see the narrow strip of western coastal plain and the river which are originating from this Western Ghat and they are flowing towards the west, which drains into Arabian Sea. They are a very short length river. You can able to see over here, this length is very short. Okay, and because of this short length and very steep slope they are very fast, very swift in nature. Okay, that's why they don't form delta on their mouth, they form estuaries. Okay, because there is a no deposition. Okay, there is entire sediment. This river drains into Arabian Sea. Okay, that's why there is no delta formation, but there is a formation of estuary on the western coastal plains of India because of west flowing river which are originating from this Western Ghat. So remember this particular concept over here. So we have discussed this west flowing river. Then here one interesting fact they have mentioned, the coastal river in Kerala have a long extending backwater near their mouth. Okay, and these water bodies are locally named as kyles. You might have seen in movies or in news or on any TV show that kyles, there are houseboat. Many couple they used to spend their initial days after their marriage in that kyle, that houseboat and all these things. So tourism sector is very flourish in such areas because these estuaries are very, they are very beautiful, very mind blowing, and many people used to visit such estuaries. Okay, it's a highly rich biodiversity area also. Okay, Further northwards, one came across the rivers flowing in the Gulf of Khambat. These rivers are Tapi, Narmada, Mahi, and Sabarmati. Okay, so we have already discussed the west flowing river. Now let us discuss the another west flowing river over here. So here you can able to see the major river as a Narmada, Mahi, Tapi. Okay, so these are the major west flowing river apart from the coastal rivers. Okay, so here you can able to observe this is Narmada, then this is Tapi, here it is a Mahi, here it is Sabarmati, and this is Luni. Luni River, it originates on the western slope of Arauli mountain range. It drains into Gulf of Kutch. It disappears in this salt desert. And this Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, and Tapi, they drains into Gulf of Khambat. So remember this fact over here. Okay, they are the major west flowing river. The coastal river, they are very minor. Their length is very short. Okay, so remember this thing. Then the next we have Tapi and Narmada flow slowly through a rift valley. Mahi River flows from the northeast to the southwest direction, whereas River Sabarmati, collecting its headwater from the southern slope of Arauli ranges, flows in somewhat north-south direction. Okay, so already I have discussed this fact with you guys. Okay, here you can able to observe this Mahi River, Sabarmati River. Here there is a Arauli range like this. It spreads over here from the Gujarat to Delhi, south of Delhi. Okay, so on the southern slope of this Arauli range, this Sabarmati originate and it drains into Gulf of Khambat. Here, Narmada and Tapi they used to form a rift valley. So, what is the rift valley? I have already discussed. Okay, in 9th standard lesson. So refer these lessons to get acquainted with Rift Valley. It is nothing but the erosional feature of that river. Okay, and in that deep valley known as Rift Valley, this river flows. So these are very beautiful valleys. Do visit these valleys if you get opportunity to come across this region. Okay, another noteworthy river forming a catchment area of Arabian Sea is a Luni River. It originates along the western slope of Arauli and flows somewhat northwest to southwest direction and flow into Gulf of Kutch. Okay, so that is Gulf of Kutch and saltwater region. It is a marshy area. Okay, it drains in this particular region. Remember this thing. So in this way we have discussed the west flowing river. Now the rivers which meeting to the Bay of Bengal, that is east flowing river, they are the major river on peninsular India. Let's discuss about it. Most of the area of this peninsula is then by the river flowing towards the Bay of Bengal. Remember guys, these rivers are flowing towards the Bay of Bengal. Here you can able to observe these rivers. Here the Godavari, the Dakshin Ganga, major river of southern India. Okay, then we have here Bhima Nadi, which is a tributary of Krishna. Okay, then we have here Brahmani, Sabarmati, Subarnarekha, Damodar, Mahanadi. Okay, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. This is Pennar River. Okay, so there are many rivers over here which are east flowing river. They form delta at their mouth. Here you can able to observe the delta region, and it is a very fertile region. Agriculture is very flourish in such a region. Okay, so remember this fact. So let's discuss about the east flowing river which located on this peninsular India. The important river system of this group are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Mahanadi basin occupies the northeastern part of peninsula. Remember this fact. This northeastern part of peninsula here. It is a northeastern part. Okay. It it is drained by this Mahanadi river basin. Here you can able to see the tributaries and the main course of Mahanadi river basin. And here it is a very big delta formed by this Mahanadi in state of Odisha and southern part of West Bengal also. Here you can able to observe the Chikla or Chilka Lake. Okay, it is a biggest brackish water lake or lagoon lake in our country. Okay, so remember this few fact and try to observe the map properly so you can able to understand the river system also more properly. Okay, then we have the Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri originate in the eastern slope of the Western Ghat. Okay, I have already told you the different slope of Western Ghat. Okay, here you can observe here the Western Ghat spread like this. On the western slope, there are west flowing river which are very short in length and very high speed river. They don't form delta. And the river which originate on eastern slope, they flow like this. like this, okay, and they form delta over here, okay, on their mouth. So remember, this is the eastern slope of Western Ghat. Then we have river Godavari is the second largest river system in India, and also in terms of catchment area. So I have already told you what is a catchment area. It is an area from which river accumulates water in its basin. That is a catchment area. As catchment area increases, the volume of water in that particular river also increases. Okay, that's why the civil engineer or the any project engineer, they use such a site where catchment area is maximum, and they can able to build a dam on that site. Okay, so remember this term catchment area, which is a very important term. To the south of Godavari is located the river of Krishna. It is a major its major tributaries are Bhima and Tungawatra. This Bhima Nadi is also known as Chandrabhaga River near Pandharpur. Okay, why it is known as Chandrabhaga River near Pandharpur? Because it forms shape like Chandrakore, semicircular shape like Chandrakore. That's why it is known as Chandrabhaga River. Pandharpur is a very famous, what we can say, religious place of Hindus located on the bank of this Bhima river or Chandrabhaga river. Remember this thing. Then we have Tungabhadra river. It is again a tributary of Krishna river. Here you can able to observe Tungabhadra river. Here it is a Bhima river. Okay, so remember all these tributaries of Krishna river. Okay guys, then we have river Kaveri, and its basin, okay, flows through the state of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. There is a dispute between these two states because there is a dispute regarding the distribution of water of Kaveri. Okay, there are some dam in Karnataka, there are some dam in Tamil Nadu also. So there is a water dispute going on in between these two states, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Okay, that's why this river is very much in news since long time period. It is one of the major river of Indian Peninsula. It is a river that has been harnessed for irrigation since a long time. There is a very old dam. Okay, Chola king constructed a dam on the Kaveri river in 2nd century AD. Okay, so if you don't understood this AD BC, do watch my video regarding the historical chronology or historical time scale. I have already uploaded one video which describe all these terms. What is a century, what is 1st century AD, 2nd century AD, or 1st century BC, 2nd century BC, what is a historical time scale. Okay, so I will put the link in comment section also. So do visit this video, this lesson, and get acquainted with these terms. Okay, so this Chola king constructed dam on Kaveri river in 2nd century AD near the Tiruchirappalli. Okay, it is a town in Tamil Nadu, and started irrigation in this deltaic region. Till today, the dam is in well condition and its canals are operational. So, can you imagine the engineering skill or the engineering expertise of these people? Almost 1800 years ago, they built such a massive dam on river Kaveri that it is working till today. It is operational till today. People are using the water from this dam. They are taking benefit because of these canals till date. Okay, so remember the importance of irrigation is very high in our country, because in India we have very diverse drainage pattern. Okay, in northern part we have seasonal perennial river. Okay, they have water throughout the year, but on Deccan Peninsula we have the seasonal river. They don't have water throughout the year. Okay, that's why we need irrigation in case of Deccan Peninsular agriculture. Okay, so remember these few concept over here. So in this way we have completed the peninsular rivers also. You have to study the east flowing and west flowing major rivers on peninsular India. Don't no need to go in depth in case of this north flowing and south flowing river, as I have shown you in this particular map. Okay, just remember the names, but no need to discuss or the study each and every basin in detail. Okay, but if you are preparing for some different exams, competitive exams, or any extra co-curricular activity like geography quiz and all these things, so do go through all these concept or all these river basins. Okay, I hope you understood all these things, and you get acquainted with the drainage basin of both the countries, that is India and Brazil. Also you can get acquainted with the river system of India, their classification and all these things. Here one interesting fact they have mentioned: many geologists say that the rivers of Himalaya are older than Himalaya themselves. So try to find the reason behind this. I have already discussed this reason in one of my previous video, so just watch that video and try to answer this particular question in comment section. Okay guys, so we will stop here today. Soon we will meet in our next video session. Okay, so till that, take care, do study, do revise, do like this session, share with your friend, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel so you will get the notification of upcoming video session. Okay guys, so thank you, have a nice day.